Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we are talking Real Housewives of Atlanta, but in this video we are talking about off the show, Porsha and Simon's alleged divorce is allegedly final, is allegedly finito, is allegedly donezo, is allegedly no more, right? No more. So according to Michelle ATLIEN Brown, because, you know, she talked to the horse's mouth, she allegedly talked to Simon Gabadia himself and got her own receipts herself as far as what actually happened, you know, with the court. She said it's going to, you know, it's going to take about 10 to 14 days for everything to get processed as far as all of the things that were requested and asked and what the judge approved and what the judge didn't approve and all of this and all of that. Michelle ATLIEN Brown also said that the judge had a lot of questions and Porsha's attorneys, that like there was a lot of questions concerning Simon's finances and everything else. Also, Michelle ATLIEN Brown said to the people, now I don't know who she's talking about. I have a suspicion, but I'm not going to say, you know, any names. But she said anybody who was reporting on the house that Porsha is in, you know, that her and Simon, you know, were in the marital home, that it was foreclosed on or whatever else, or was at risk for foreclosure, that was a lie, that was an absolute lie, and all of this and all of that. And Michelle said that originally, you know, Simon had his own team of people that, you know, handle his finances, handle his businesses and everything else. But what came out in court was that Porsha was paying for, you know, the mortgage a couple of the months or what have you. So with the divorce, the judge ordered for the prenup to be enforced. And so that was one of the contentions that Simon was trying to fight against, was not having to enforce that prenup. Michelle ATLIEN Brown also said that Porsha originally was getting, while they were dating, she was getting an allowance of $30,000 a month. And then when they got married, she was getting $40,000 a month. Also, they said as well, now this is going to be interesting as far as the house goes, because it sounds like Porsha for now can stay in the house, but it sounds like at some point the house is going to go into a trust. It sounds like at some point, you know, there's going to be a future decision on what is going to happen with the house, whether it's going to be, you know, for sale or maybe given to Simon's kids, or I don't know. I don't know how all of that's going to be, but for now, Porsha is able to stay in the house until whatever the agreement or the arrangement is. But Michelle ATLIEN Brown said she was confused about how the prenup could be enforced, but I guess in the prenup as well, says allegedly Portia's not supposed to, you know, film in the house and everything else. But I thought Porsha had said that she got an order. I thought there was an order that she could film in the house, but nonetheless, we still haven't seen her film in the house as it pertains to Real Housewives of Atlanta goes. So I don't know, you know, what the update will be. But Michelle ATLIEN Brown said also that Simon plans on contesting, you know, the decision that was made and filing an appeal, you know, and everything else. So I don't know if it sounds like this is not over. And Michelle ATLIEN Brown also said that there's a pending defamation lawsuit that Simon also has against Porsha and everything else. So their legal back and forth isn't over, right? But the thing is, though, Simon, like everybody talks about what Porsha said, making the allegations that he might have ED or whatever else, but Simon was throwing shots too. He was throwing shots too about who really owns a Rolls Royce versus what was gifted to them. Like he was throwing all types of shots at Porsha and was threatening to expose her mom. Was threatening to expose Mama Diane. Like I understand. Like, listen, I understand that it sounds like obviously he was blindsided by this divorce. He wanted to make his big debut as a peach holding spouse on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and that didn't happen for him. So it is an all-out war, y'all. But nonetheless, you were messy too. And the final straw, what was, allegedly making those, threats against Portia's mom and Mama Diane. And next thing we know, you're in ICE custody for all this time, right? And then also, Simon has officially, been released as well. I don't think we had a chance to talk about that also, but that he is finally, released from the ICE detention and everything else, and has been deported back to Nigeria, right? So he had spent months there and essentially was there. His friend and business partner spoke out on his behalf that he was sent on a flight back home a couple of days ago, and that was as of June 10th. So he's been back in Nigeria for now. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security no longer lists Simon Gabadia as being in their system. Also, Simon took some selfies and everything else. The friend said that Simon is in good spirits after a tough experience at the detention center. And he said that is the first time he's ever been behind bars. He said that Simon is not mad at President Trump and would like to have a sit down with him and everything else. Also said that his team has launched a new business where they will be selling shirts that will help people in ICE custody. So why didn't this come out while you were in ICE custody? But anyways, he had been in ICE detention since February. So he's been in there for a little bit of time, y'all. So that is it, and that is all that I have, for this video. But I got this from Michelle ATLIEN Brown. The divorce is finalized, and Simon didn't want the prenup enforced, but the judge ruled to enforce the prenup. And it sounds like for now, Porsha can stay in that house, but it sounds like eventually, something's going to go at the house. The one thing I'm not clear on is who's going to continue making the mortgage payments, because previously it was Simon until something got hemmed up with his team, and then Porsha was making payments. But I don't know moving forward who's going to be paying on that mortgage for the home and how all of that's going to go, and how soon does the home go into a trust, and what is going to be the future of that house. But I feel at this point, as far as it goes, like if I'm Porsha and that storyline was true of her looking at other homes on the show, I would just go ahead and get another house. You don't need to get a $10 million home. You don't need to get a $20 million home. Like it's not that serious. Because it sounds like you don't have any intentions of going back to your old house in Duluth that you gave your mom. That's what it sounds like to me. That you have no intentions of going back to that house. So you are, I'm guessing, getting another one. But I mean, just like, we don't have to be living above, the means or anything like that just to flex or just to say that you're a rich housewife or whatever the case may be. Like, just get something that you can afford. You're a single mom and all of this and all of that. Like let's just be reasonable here, right? I know you're gonna miss that closet, right? That closet is banging. I love the closet, but nonetheless, we got to be realistic with what we can't afford, everything else, right? But nonetheless, that is it, and that is all for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Porsha is officially divorced from Simon Gabadia, and the judge ruled to enforce the prenup, and it sounds like he is allegedly at some point going to be appealing that decision. So that is going to be the other piece, because Also, it sounds like Porsha and her attorneys, you know, how soon does all of this, you know, take effect as far as any payment, any lump sum that, you know, was agreed upon in the prenup that Simon allegedly has to pay Porsha? How soon is that going to be enforced? Or is Porsha going to still have to continue to go back in court to receive the payments that was agreed upon via the prenup? So there is that, as far as any alimony, spousal support, or whatever else. So there is that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.